girls, it's Leah the Makeup Mama. So, stay tuned. Hey again, it's me. So, this is going to be the first story time that we've ever done. Last year, to give you a really long story in a really short, condensed way, last year was a really hard year for me. I had a lot of things happen, a lot of stuff go down, and the big, scary thing that happened was cancer. So this is my 1 year post-cancer video, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I've gone through. I want to talk to you about just maybe some things that I've learned, and I put it in some points because sometimes that's really helpful. So yeah, cancer. I have a 4.5-year-old, Big C. You guys are going to meet him. He's going to be part of the channel here. Our whole family. We're about to start living way out loud. I hope that you subscribe so you can see. There was one night where my husband wasn't there for bedtime, and I was putting my boys to bed, and Big C says to me that he's afraid because Daddy's not there. That he's afraid to go to bed because Daddy's not there. And of course, like, I got super fuzzed up and Mama can do anything. But I just kind of stopped and was like, you know, I understand that, but buddy, did you know that Mama beat the scariest thing? What's the scariest thing? Well, for us, for the last year, the scariest thing has been cancer. And to be able to tell my buddy, don't be afraid because Mama beat cancer. Mama can beat anything. And maybe that's not completely true, or maybe that's not where you are, or maybe that's not how you feel coming out of a traumatic event. But that's where I'm at. I beat this really hard thing. I can beat anything. So let's get to talking about this. I don't know if you feel like that. There are so many different ways to go through hard things. For me, facing cancer, I've had a lot in my life, and maybe someday we'll get through that and talk through and make a timeline. If you guys would like to see that, I mean, I think that could be really cool. I don't always want to be like, if you'd like to see that, comment below, but maybe that's something you want to know about my life. I know that I would want to know about yours. I just kind of want to talk about the things that have helped me through this and the things that I've learned going through a traumatic event. I'm not saying that this is how you need to go through anything, and I'm not saying that this is the best way to feel. I'm not about throwing shade at anybody. That will never be what this channel is about. This is just where I'm coming from. So the first lesson that I learned, and this is the first thing that I learned, was that you gotta go scared. This is something that's been a recurring theme in my life, is you've gotta go scared. My fear isn't gonna go away. My fear facing cancer and surgery and everything that I went through wasn't gonna go away. And your fear might not go away either. But you've still gotta go through it. So you might just have to go scared. Give yourself a break. Give yourself permission to say, in this moment, I am terrified. For me, when I faced cancer and faced that diagnosis last year, I was like, I'm only going to be happy. I'm only going to be positive. I'm only going to make jokes and do it, you know, what Leah does, which is make it lighter. But the truth is, I was terrified. And it almost was later. It was almost really now, this last few months, that I've faced how scared I was, and now how scared I am. I still am. That fear is still there. So that's the first thing. You've got to go scared. The second thing is that you've got to talk about it, joke about it, hashtag about it, whatever it is. Because at this point, you are different. Now, whether that means that you're facing it quietly and it's just within your own kind of private life and family life, please don't feel like you're burdening people. I know that there are probably tons of people that are annoyed that I talk about this all the time. But this was huge in my life. Is huge in my life. I'm having to go scared every day. So every day I need to talk about it a little bit. Now that's for me. Your talk about it might be journaling. Your talk about it might be painting. It might be nothing creative at all, but just taking a walk or using your body or working out. Like whatever that is for you, making music. Whatever it is, get it out. Get it out. Express it somehow. The next thing kind of leads from that, but it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to fall apart and to lose it for a little while, to lose yourself. It might make people really uncomfortable because you've experienced a trauma and then now you're just not okay. Sometimes you need to sit in that. I have a really good message for you and I have really good news. It's not forever. Don't resign yourself to this is just how it is now. This sadness, this ache, this trauma, because it's not forever. There's hope, but you might just need to not be okay for a little while. For me, that's a really big lesson. I'm a people pleaser. I want to keep everybody happy all the time. I want to keep a lightness to it, so I don't give myself permission to not be okay. And through cancer, I've just needed to shut away. I needed to take some time, and I still might do that. I had a really cool therapy experience where the lady that I was speaking with told me about an idea of a bubble and kind of even putting yourself protectively in that bubble, that it's like a safe place that you can create for yourself. I, of course, named it a pink bubble. It's like pink and glittery and like beautiful. But my pink bubble, that really stuck with me, that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be in that pink bubble space. And if I need to shut everybody out, even if that hurts people's feelings. Maybe you're not like that, but that's been like the hardest lesson of my life. I've got to kind of do self-care. That's more important. Why is that so hard to learn? I don't know. That's been the hardest struggle of my life. And then the last thing, and you don't always have to come away from your life, from a hard situation, from something that you're going through, making lemonade. Now that's a great thought. If you really struggle with negativity, then there is something about like, yeah, let's just figure out that little sunshiny moment in the day. Let's make a little lemonade. But when it's something real and big and super traumatizing, you don't have to come away with a sunny disposition, and you don't have to come away with lemonade. Maybe sometimes in that moment, they're just icky, sour lemons. And maybe they're icky, sour, rotten lemons. And maybe they're icky, sour, rotten, cancery lemons. So whatever it is that you're going through, you don't always have to make lemonade out of it. You don't always have to come away with, I know why this happened. I know this greater purpose. If you get there, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you for doing that. But if you're not, please don't shame yourself. Please don't look at other people and say, they got through it so well, what's wrong with me? Because I guarantee that they didn't have 100% of the time, I'm getting through it, I'm doing amazing. I haven't had that. So maybe it's just you and me, but at least we're not alone, right? And then you also don't have to make it your greater purpose. You don't have to like go from your trauma thinking, this now has to be my greater purpose. This now has to be, like, it might just be that stunk. And we need to honor that and validate it. I hope for you that you can come away from it with some silver lining and some sunshine, because that's what I'm all about. I want to talk about that more, some things that I'm all about. But one of them is just hope dealing. I'm a hope dealer. I want to help you. I want to remind you of hope in the world. Everybody goes through things differently. However you're going through it is the right way. You're not alone. There's a new day tomorrow. I am not guaranteed tomorrow. I'm hoping for 80,000 tomorrows. That's what I'm shooting for. But I, dadgummit, am going to find something beautiful every day. I'm going to try really hard to be happy, even if it's just for a moment every day. I don't have to make lemonade. I don't have to have a greater purpose. I just have today. So if that's how you're feeling, if that's where you are, let's have today together. I hope that you liked this video. There's a lot more I can talk about. Feel like there's so much more to say. But I think my emotions are getting the best of me, and I think it's a good time to just know you're not alone, that the world is a beautiful place, and I'm with you. I'm with you. Big love, big, big, big.